Today, I'm here to talk about school principals. Now, not the Principal Feeneys or Principal Skinners of the world, but principals that are designated to turn around chronically failing schools. In short, we call these turnaround leaders. These leaders are brought to schools that are about to be overhauled by the federal government, changed to a charter institution, or even shut down indefinitely. In 2009, the Department of Education identified 5,000 schools that were in need of restructuring or closure. That represents 2.5 million students across the country. What's worse, it takes around 5 years to identify a school that needs to be restructured, so millions more are being affected because they're in low-performing institutions. In my thesis, I wanted to analyze turnaround leadership training programs and figure out how they worked and how they affected schools. In my study, I decided to study the 2-year turnaround leadership program called the Florida Turnaround Leaders Program. Creative. But basically, it went for 2 years to train 90 soon-to-be principals. I wanted to look if the principals that did this program were more effective than the ones who did not complete this program. For my thesis, I narrowed my research study by interviewing 5 principals, 3 that completed the program, 2 that did not. And basically came down to studying principals, first-year principals in elementary schools in Miami-Dade, making it very niche. But Miami-Dade is the 4th largest district in our country and the most diverse in the state of Florida. This way, we can compare it to urban centers across the country and see if this training is effective. So, was turnaround leadership effective? Is the program really worth investing in? The Obama administration and the Florida Department of Education invested $7 million into this program, so it has a lot of impact if it's proven to be effective. Well, what I found was that basically it's not so much about the training, it's about the actual experience. Of my 5 principals, 4 of them had over 10 years of training in education, which included being a teacher and being an administrator. I also found that the best type of principals, or the ones that were most confident, were the ones that went through the entire chain of the school system. That includes being a teacher, being an assistant principal, working at the district, being a reading coach. In all these ways, they're learning the ins and outs of school politics, and that's important. Additionally, they need a mentor. A lot of these principals came into this year and were just blindsided by school budgets, custodian maintenance. They totally did not realize that they had to deal with all the politics of the school system, not just managing their teachers and their students. And so I basically concluded that it's not just about learning from a manual. It's about actual field experience and learning on the job. And states need to recognize that they need to be teaching principals how to be more effective on the field than just taking them to a training program. Thank you.